Alright, Beth, you had asked about smokers. So this was the smoker I originally bought. I've had for about 5 years. It still runs great. It's got some rust issues with it. The frame is very wiggly and shit, and it can't be tightened anymore. I could always replace the bolts, but what I'm doing today is what's known as seasoning. So what seasoning is, you completely coat the inside of it with oil. You have the top open all the way. You coat the outside of it as well. Coat the inside. Now the oil I'm using, and you run it full throttle. So the oil I use for doing this is I use cast iron grill oil. It's canola oil, I think is what it's in it. I don't remember, it's been a while. Yeah, so you bring it up to 450 degrees and bake for 60 minutes, turn off grill, cool, last, heat surfaces until it's black. Well, because you can't turn these things off, you know. And then anyway, I chase it with also avocado oil. I do a mix. And what it does is it gives it a nice seasoning. And this is the new one, the big boy series, the XL. It's even bigger than that one. So you got that there, you have that there. This one, what's a little different with it, other than the exhaust stack on it, is like significantly bigger. It's a lot of cool shit to it compared to with that one. What you got inside, which is pretty neat, as you can see, we got the smoking process going on right now, and everything's coated in oil. So I'm not going to touch it. But the trays on here, they slide out and stuff. So as you can see, all fresh, you know, silver and stuff. It's new, so it's going to take a while. I do a little different when it comes to seasoning. Some people actually do. So you push down on it. It's got a felt on it, felt seal on it, so it does seal once after you open it a couple times. But actually, it does seal a lot better. You know, as you can see, like around the end, the door. You know, the door trim here, right? The door is here, not on the side like it is on this one. So this one loses a lot of smoke here and there. But to be honest, with anybody who actually knows how to smoke, loss of smoke really doesn't make a difference because there is so much smoke. You don't want to over smoke the meat. So right now I got running through it is bourbon barrel and cherry logs. The reason why is because those are the two that I use most of the time. And it's got like a nice flavor. And they last a while too. So we'll take a look at this one's firebox. You can see here it's got not just a grate, but it also has the I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, the basket. You got the lump charcoal in there, and then you got the cherry, and then there's the bourbon, which is down there. Ooh, close that out. It's got big handles on it and stuff. It's a big smoker. It's a heavy smoker. This is 300 pounds, and that's like about 100 and change. The wheels on it are fucking like insane. And it's a big bitch to move. And for me to move it from where I built it to where it's here, it took us about 20 minutes because it had rained the night before and the wheels kept getting stuck in the mud. And trying to do it by myself was tough, and my mother can't really help too much, so it was tough. You know, I got stuck in the mud like multiple times, and I'm like screaming at everybody. I'm like, let's get this fucking thing moving. Son of a fucking bitch, I'm sliding backwards. Yeah, it was so heavy, it was pushing me backwards down the little muddy hill to get into my backyard over here. But yeah, you can see that just rolling like that. That's just because it's on a low temp. See, it hasn't really hit the high temp yet. We're only at 150. So we got to get all the way from here to here to do the burn off. This one's running quicker. This one's already at 300. The reason why this runs quicker, because it's smaller. Okay? So you look at the inside difference. You got the firebox there, and then you got the belly of the smoker in here. And that's it. It just comes right out of the firebox, up inside, and it's smaller. It's just quicker, smaller chamber. This is going to take a lot longer. It's also a good test for me to see exactly how long it takes for the smoker to get up to temp. And that one goes quick, and you can already see that it's draining. Now that one has a drain hole on it with a bucket. This doesn't have that. This has it on the other side. But because the way it's pitched, all the stuff is going to sit on this side. So I'm going to have to come up with something. You know, maybe pitch it the other way. Move some stuff around to get it to do it right. But these are basically, once you're doing this stuff, it's basically you set it, you walk away, you check on it every couple of hours. The chimneys, you want to run at full bore, which is completely open. That box doesn't have a the hell you call it, a shit, man, I completely forgot the word for this little thing here, but my brain's like gone. I've been up this morning fighting with an army truck, but so I'm going to run this at half until I need to run it higher. I might just crank it up, because I'm basically doing a burn off stage. And basically in a burn off stage, all you're really doing is you're burning off all of like the oils and the chemicals and stuff that are put on the metal to preserve it for shipping purposes and before it gets to the customer. Plus, you want to get it a nice coating on the inside. So what happens when you get a nice smoke coating on the inside of a smoker, your food tastes better. Why does it taste better? Is because anything that might be dangling and dingly and falling off will be gone. So that's why you want to get it seasoned. This thing is pretty seasoned, but I'm going to season it again, obviously. And you don't have to just season the inside, you season the outside as well. But one of the things that I find really cool is like, alright, so we have a lot of smoke loss around the box, right? So you don't really see a lot coming off that chimney. You see a lot coming out the side of the firebox. Not the firebox, the grill top. So a lot of smoke coming out here. Not too much out of here, but then you look at this thing and it's like barely little smoke is like coming out from around the doors, but that chimney is just billowing. You know, that is quite a nice billow. And the process of how long this would take me on a new smoker, I'm going to say this is probably going to take me a good 10-12 hours or more. I started it now, it's like around probably 8, almost 9 o'clock. I don't really know what time it is. I know I've been up since 5, that's about all I know. And I left to go to the repair shop around 7. Got back around 8 and started working on the army truck, then realized I had to do this. And this is, you know, it's great. You set it, you forget it. So I'll run this until like probably like just about when the sun goes down. Once the sun goes down, you know, I'll leave all the tops open, just let it burn itself out. And tomorrow morning, take a look, see how things are going. If it needs another round, I'll start it up again tomorrow morning. Probably don't have to do the second, the old one, do the first one again. Maybe do the second one again. It doesn't matter. It's really quick and easy to run them. It just takes a while to get that nice little seasoning on it. Especially you got to get up to 400 degrees. The little guy goes up to 400 degrees like quick. This one is just taking forever because I'm not really used to running it. And since I started babbling, we're almost at 200. It has a big heap of smoke. And we're already at 350 on this guy here. Once we hit like 400 range, I'm just going to leave it open. If it starts going down to 5, I'll close that top a little bit to kind of dampen it because I don't have a valve over here, as you can see. I couldn't get the old one off and I couldn't find a new one and I didn't feel like ordering it because I'm thinking about selling it, so we'll see what happens. But I do like having 2 of them instead of getting rid of one. I was going to get rid of this one, but I'm going to keep it because like if I'm doing something quick, because this heats up really fast and it's hard to keep this thing under like, you know, 300 degrees, I could do like burgers, I could do hot dogs on it, I could do like corn, I could do scallops on it. Those are quick. What's another quick thing? Forgot something else that I do that I do quick. And then like if I'm doing something big like a chicken or a turkey, or I'm doing like corned beef on a smoker is fucking insane. It's so good. So anything that's like needing like slow cooking, I'm going to say definitely this one because it takes a little longer to get up to temp than this one did. So sometimes you need 2 grills. I don't know. This was, when I bought it, it was like 200 and change, and this was a little over 600. But definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. So I'm going to go back to what I'm doing. I can't sit out here and watch the smoke. I got to go back to the army truck that's running